We're live now. What are you looking at? What is your grumpy face looking at?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I had an extra page opened up for some reason.
Yeah, you had internet face for a second. I was like, what is he looking at?
Yeah.
At least we know what it wasn't, so it's okay.
Vagina.
No.
Pay vagina.
That's exactly. No, don't use those words in the same sentence. Oh my God.
Have you never seen Scary Movie 3?
No.
When they're making fun of the village.
You
there's
asked
a
me if
guy
I saw.
running
You
ar-
just asked me if I saw a movie. You know I don't watch those.
There's
That's
a guy
true.
running
That's
around,
true.
and he says that repeatedly throughout the scene. He just pops up at random times when they're in the village, and it's pretty much the best part of the whole movie.
Oh God.
I laughed so. 12-year-old me laughed ridiculously hard. 23-year-old me laughs even harder now.
Tell them because you have bigger lungs. That's why.
I
So,
Vagina.
no, stop it.
like how this is all live on video now.
Yes, it's now immortalized.
My future employers are gonna find this video and be like, "What is this guy's?"
How future employers. I'm going to be stuck in retail the rest of my life.
No, I'll be your future
Don't
boss.
you speak that evil over me, Ricky Bobby.
I'll be your future boss, so it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with retail.
What? I'm great. I don't know what's wrong with you. And I'll give you money.
Ray, I don't want to move to Kansas.
That's their tax cuts here. It'll be fine.
Dude, I live in Texas, the land of the tax cuts. It's fantastic.
Not
It's
as
the
good
one
as
thing I have
Florida.
going for me.
But I'm talking about business tax. That's all for oil. That's different here.
Dude, Florida, I would move to just because of Disney World.
Well, that and there's no business tax. Yeah,
I'm not even kidding. I would legitimately move to Orlando so I could go to Disney World every weekend.
Every
I don't even
weekend.
care what I was doing.
That
I would
would
do,
get real expensive.
dude, annual pass.
Is that a real thing?
Yep.
You can't touch your brain with that. Do not scratch your brain with that.
Tighten it up. Tighten it up.
Gentlemen, can we get going?
You should tune it for the appropriate setting.
Because if we stay on too long, I'm gonna have to go take a poop break.
Vagina.
You all do. Who breaks up before the show? You know this.
I did. I took one, and you took so long that I might need another one.
Because I took a real one. You just took a half one. That's what you,
Vagina.
Chosen one.
this is why we can't have nice things. Anyway.
Grab it with my strong hand.
Oh my God.
So we were playing Destiny the other day, my best friend and I.
He's like,
And
we need to hurry up because I'll have to poop. So I was playing Destiny the other night.
well, because y'all don't have any interest, so I'm gonna tell a story. He throws one of the electrical sparky grenades. He throws it, and then he starts screaming words.
Names. Okay.
Yep. That's how I'm gonna remember that too. Mhm.
They keep regenerate. They regenerate really fast on one of the Prison of Elders stages. And as they're shocking all the enemies, he's quoting Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars.
Touch my penis.
No.
He starts screaming, "Unlimited power!" And the other guy we're playing with,
With his penis.
Stop
just
it.
like, guys, what the hell is going on?
It was a penis.
See,
Mm.
I'm about to leave. It's getting uncomfortable.
uncomfortable. You remember that movie you watched when you were 12? Yeah. Tell me about it.
It was fantastic. Ray, are you still eating chicken wings?
Vagina.
No, those are done. I am now eating pizza, but it's all good.
What the fuck?
Son, you just
Heart attack man.
You just listed
Spend
2
all your
foods I
money
cannot have.
on your health insurance plan.
Ah, ha, 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 ha.
All right, let's do this.
Let's do this.
I'm ready when you are, buddy.
No, you're not. You're a liar.
You shut your mouth right now.
In 3, 2, 1. Josh! I see you hiding behind that tree. You come out of here right now.
Oh, hey, Kiku. How's it going, man? You have a good vacation?
Don't you flibber flabber with me, Raysh Finney. I leave for a week and you guys kill me?
Thought it would be funny.
It was Ray's idea, wasn't it? Where is he? Where's Ray?
I don't know. Haven't seen him in a while.
BS. I know you two were hanging. Ow! What the hell hit me? Is that a butter knife?
Full.
Ray, I see you in that bush. Did you just... Ow! Ow! Stop throwing butter knives at me!
They're my kunai from the shadows.
Ray, you stop this ninja crap. You get out here.
No, you're mad at me and scary.
I am not mad, Ray, so just please, come out here.
Promise?
I promise.
Okay. Pepper Bomb Jutsu!
You throw pepper in my face?
And there he goes, running down the street like a mad little bastard.
We really need to cut his Netflix subscription.
Crunchyroll! Ta-da!
Oh, so wrong on a number of levels.
What was that? Oh, okay, I was like, is that the chair, please?
Did you actually think that was his butt?
I might have, yes. I've heard him rip ass once before.
That wasn't me ripping ass. That was me pushing out a planet.
No, literally.
It's now immortalized forever.
Pluto is no longer the 9th planet. Whatever came out of my ass is.
Pluto's not a planet. You just replaced it.
I did. All right. We ready?
No, but let's do it anyways.
What? Shut up, Josh.
You shut up, Ray.
Don't make me come over there.
Oh, you can come over, big boy.
You did the thing. You did the thing. God dang it. Start the show. Doing it live. Start the show.
2, 1. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Neek the Podcast. I am 1/3 of that powerful nerd triumvirate that makes up Neek, Kiku. Along with me, as always, is Josh, Optima Penis Prime Finny.
Son of a...
What? You have to stop using that word.
That phrase is banned from this show from now on. It's banned.
Why would you say that? My girlfriend listens to this show.
Well, then she'll know who's the
Not
fuck it
anymore.
is.
Yeah, Chelsea's gonna be like, nope, I'm done. This is over. Thanks.
God dang it. That's why we killed you last week.
You bastards. The Fanatic with the schematic, as always. Raymond, I eat chicken wings on top of my pizza, Apollo Williams.
Not on top. It happens bite after bite. It's different.
Eats the whole
We
damn
don't know
bone
that.
and everything. I'm starting this show off the rails.
Team boneless.
I like bone in. Get out of here, kid.
I do too, but boneless, it's easier to go to team fat if you do that.
Yes, that is true.
Well, I like
Especially
a little
on
bit of
top of the pizza.
Shush you.
Like Ray.
Anyway, welcome back, Kiku. How you feeling,
Thanks.
man?
I'm good. We're here. I'm live.
So,
I'm live.
More congratulations are in order. I can't
Yes.
believe you did it.
I know. I went to Puerto Rico Comic Con. Amazing.
It was. You met Jason freaking Momoa. How about
I met Jason freaking Momoa.
I'm so jealous. But you also did the other thing, that little tiny thing.
Oh, I met Troy Baker too.
Oh yeah, that guy. Hey, right.
Hey, Mariah, if you're listening to this, we gave you a shout out last week.
We did. We really did.
We're gonna rescind Kiku's.
That's fine.
Congratulations to Kiku and Mariah.
Yes.
They're gonna tie the knot eventually. So now she can really keep Kiku in order. That's great. It'll be nice.
If she's lucky.
Well, she already is. She's got you.
That's true. So, how you guys had a good show without me? I heard.
I mean, yeah, Todd's great. I told him he can replace you anytime he wants.
Todd.
Yeah.
We want him back.
I could already feel the mutiny happening. Just here.
We also learned that Ray does not like the apocalypse because of sand.
Shut up.
Oh, sand gets everywhere, doesn't it, Ray?
Everywhere, even in the potato salad.
Where? So, last week while I was on vacation, I got to see a movie. I know you two also got to see the same movie. I'm not talking about Mad Max. I'm talking about Suicide Squad. We've seen the movie now.
Yeah, we've seen the entire movie. I'm done with it now. I can get it. It's out of my life now. It's great.
It is. Funny enough, David Ayer, the director of Suicide Squad, did tweet out that they're going dark now, and there are so many more secrets to be had. If there are more secrets to be had, I'm not that. Yeah, we're going to see them.
We'll see them in part 2.
Not even that. All of these leaks, these nice controlled leaks, haven't got me more excited for this movie. It's actually made me more meh about this movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll do the same. Yeah.
We already know what's going to happen. Like, I mean, now there was a rumor Batman was in it. Oh no, we've got set photos, video, commentary. It's like, Ben Affleck and David Ayer. This is what I'm driving down the street in the Batmobile, and yeah, that car is the Joker's. Jared Leto is in that car. He didn't want to do a stunt double to drive 15 miles per hour down the street, but Jared's a crazy guy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, after seeing the chase between the Joker's Camaro, I guess.
No, it looked like a Lamborghini.
Oh, I couldn't tell. It looked
car.
like a Camaro that went to Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift and came back. I'm convinced Tyrese was driving it.
Well, it is DT, so it's Oa Drift.
Yeah, it's Oa Drift.
He's never gonna die.
He was definitely driving it, but you see the car come by. You see the Joker's car comes by, and then you wait literally like another 15 seconds, and then the Batmobile comes by, and they are going so ridiculously slow. And there's just mobs of people out there filming this.
Yep.
Like, we never had this for The Dark Knight, The Dark Knight Rises, Avengers. These are all big-name tentpole movies that film in the middle of cities. They filmed in the middle of Chicago for these movies. So how is it that we didn't see anything for those, but we've got this galore?
Drones, man.
8,000 extras in The Dark Knight Rises for the football stadium scene that gets destroyed, and not a single one of them peeped anything. Not a single one.
It's because they all died. Duh,
Christopher Nolan.
Tom Hardy let them live because the fire was rising.
See, that's never gonna die. That voice is never gonna die. First off, it does kind of kill the movie magic to see the cars go that
really
slow.
Does.
But I also had another thought on that. Batman's old in this movie. Maybe it's geriatric driving. We don't know. Maybe it's a Sunday. He's coming from church, and he's Robin. Where's the IHOP? Robin, where's the IHOP?
I went to IHOP.
I love that Batman drives the Batmobile to IHOP.
Look,
dude, I would.
Sometimes in the middle of crime fighting, you just feel like a damn flapjack and some sausage, and you gotta go to IHOP.
But in all seriousness, I mean, it is getting really annoying with the leaks from this. I mean, I understand Bryan Singer does controlled leaks from X-Men. He puts his own stuff up because he knows it's inevitably going to come out anyways. And that's kind of cool. That's a way for him and Ryan Reynolds have both been doing that from the set of X-Men and Deadpool. It's kind of a way to interact with their fans.
So disagree with that. Ryan Reynolds literally leaked the first scene of the movie, basically. What we saw in that CGI trailer, the test footage and whatnot.
Well, I mean, we already knew that it was coming.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what he leaked, though, was those things, because you already saw it, but he wants to show you it in live, like, yes, we're doing this. Bryan Singer, though, his latest leak was a huge, huge spoiler.
I haven't looked at anything else. I had to stop looking at it.
Should I tell you what it is?
No, I don't care. Okay. I mean, it is out there in the open. This is from his verified Twitter.
So I mean, yes, it's Apocalypse. Yes, we were hoping and we, kind of figured they would do the Four Horsemen, but, he just throws out there Caliban. We're in Caliban's workspace, and it's like, come on, man. Like, you don't need it. Like, you don't need it. I mean, Apocalypse is so big of a villain that it, and such a big thing that just shut your mouth. People are going to go. Like, I don't even like the X-Men movies. I like Days of Future Past, sure. But overall, I just don't really care for them. I will go see Age of Apocalypse because it is Apocalypse.
And that's kind of the position I'm taking. I mean, Age of Apocalypse was one of the very first comics I read as a kid. That's the first event I remember reading. I was probably about 8 or 9 when I picked up the comics from it in a little resale shop, and I've been fascinated with it ever since then. We talked about it a little bit on the last episode with Todd in terms of crossovers, but man, just stop. And I mean, people were taking pictures of Civil War too, and that led to Frank Grillo, Mr. Crossbones himself, having to come out and say, guys, just because I finished filming my scenes for this one part does not mean I'm done with the whole movie. Like, that was incredibly annoying that an actor had to physically come out and say that, because people were speculating. Literally, they were speculating, oh, well, he's done filming in a week and a half. Oh, they're going to get rid of him. They're going to axe him. No, like, Marvel's been very clear about wanting to keep him around as long as possible because they felt that he brought a lot to that character, who's a pretty C-level villain. But
I think Frank Grillo really shouldn't have responded to that. He
Yeah,
should have
he
just
shouldn't
been
have
like,
said
you know what? You're right. I'm done. They killed me off. Yeah. And then when the movie comes out, just been like this. So you're in the movie a lot, aren't you? Middle finger, middle finger, middle finger.
Yeah.
I mean, that would have been great.
it would have been. But I understand at the same time why he had to come out and say something like that. Because
Okay.
otherwise people were going to speculate about it for the next year. We're still a year out from this.
Sure.
That's ridiculous, and I've still seen way more of the movie than I care to.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Spoilers and leaks. We've talked about it before. The other thing that actually I'm kind of upset that I missed last week because there was some big news that I would have really loved to have sunk my teeth into was Jaden Smith.
Shut up! Shut up! Nope.
Static
This
Shock.
This isn't on the news list. We're not talking about this.
Oh, this is pre-news. I'm doing this pre-news. I really wish I was there for that, man, because I watched Ray's face. I had to watch that part like 2 or 3 times on our YouTube channel because I've known Ray now for probably about 4 or 5 months. Very well. I've known him for about 4 or 5 months, and I have never seen him joyless. Not even the fake joyless face like that really accounts for just when it was red, and that's the whitest you will ever see Ray. That's basically what it boils down to.
Yeah, it was pretty demoralizing when I woke up to that news, and I was just like, oh my god. This is, of course, happening a couple hours before we record.
And I'm gonna troll Ray.
Yeah. Josh's troll nipples got real hard, real fast.
Oh,
did.
everybody's did. I think almost a quarter of the people that I know, everybody's like, oh, yeah, Ray's going to want to see this. That's what I woke up to that day. I was so mad with everybody. I was like, really? This is how you want me to wake up today? Okay, cool.
Fair enough. Well, we're going to jump into this week's news. We're not going to talk about it anymore because I love you too much, Ray, and you went through that torture last week without me.
Don't do this to me again.
I'm not going to. Marvel! We love them. Josh wants to sleep with Kevin Feige. Ray is wearing Avengers underwear right now. Not boxers, they are briefs. Marvel is in talks with Academy Award-winning actress Tilda Swinton to take the role of the Ancient One in the upcoming film Doctor Strange.
Uh-oh!
While the role is historically known as an aged Asian man, the choice is an obvious departure. This is actually very big news. A lot of websites, a lot of comment threads. I know I've been a part of, Josh and Ray have been a part of. A lot of things have been said. Obviously, we're taking the kind of middle road on this, I think, is what we all kind of said. It does spur, though, a lot of conversation, a lot of thought. Josh, you know what? No, Ray. Ray, throw some of those thoughts on out here for the rest of the public.
So, God dang it, Josh. So my first thought was, God dang it, Josh.
What?
You can't hear that, but we can. But anyway, first thought was, okay, sweet, another female character to bolster, the male ranks of the Marvel movie industry. But then it's like, well, okay, it's the Ancient One. The Ancient One is a pretty prominent character of Asian descent. So, that's gone. Third was, well, alright, which do we want more? An Asian guy or a female actress? Fourth was, why not both? But we can't always get both guys. You know that. It's Hollywood.
True. I mean, it definitely does. I know I started a thread in the Facebook group about, what should we be going for? What's the trump, basically, ethnicity or gender? Josh, not answering that question, but thoughts on the actual Tilda Swinton casting.
Love it. Absolutely love it. I think the fact that Marvel was able to get and we should stress this is not 100% confirmed, but this is from the same source that reported Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange months before it happened. Getting an Oscar-winning actress and someone who's a perennially nominated award winner is huge, especially for a film that really is going to be one of the more obscure ones, I think, to the uninitiated of Marvel. Having her and now Benedict Cumberbatch in the movie is huge. That's going to be a big draw.
Okay. And about the gender ethnicity swap.
I mean, I came out with it. I'm kind of divided on it. While I do think that the ethnicity should have been preserved, I think at the same time making it a woman was an incredibly important change. I think it's very bold to do it because we've been accused of all these Avengers movies and the superhero movies of being, they're so male-driven. Black Widow's the only one, and now the Scarlet Witch. But I don't know. Going into it, the Ancient One is a very powerful character, and making him into a woman I think that's a very bold move. We'll see if it pans out for Marvel, but it's important to note they're not getting the same amount of hate that, say, Fox got for making the Human Torch black.
Just because, she's not black. That's why. Yeah.
No, there's some truth to that. There really is.
I had definitely have not noticed as much backlash as I did from that, but I think a lot of that also plays into this is Marvel Studios. We'll trust them. We don't trust Fox at all.
Nah, I don't think that. I don't think that.
I think it is.
In all honesty, man, I mean, I really haven't seen the Asian community or anyone of the Pacific Islands even a descent really say anything against this. Now, I know we talked about it and we said, we would like to see that, someone from, Asia, take the role and whatnot. I think
Watanabe.
Yeah, Ken Watanabe was a name that I threw out, and I think we all agreed on would have been a great choice. But I have no problem with Tilda Swinton doing it. But one IGN actually even had I didn't get to watch it or read it, but they said that the Tilda Swinton casting is a battle that they're not going to win, and that's very true. They did the right thing, or not the right thing, but it's a good choice to make it a woman. I think in one series of Doctor Strange books, the Ancient One was a female at one point, if I'm correct. I think me and somebody else were talking about that.
Yeah, I'd have to look that up.
I have to look that up. But taking away the ethnicity, it's definitely not a good move. This is kind of like it's good and it's bad at the same time. I kind of wish that there was maybe some of the ethnic backlash to it, just a little bit, but whatever. Tilda Swinton should do a fine job in the role. She is already familiar with comic book movies as she was Gabriel in Constantine. So we're going to move along from that real quick. Marvel again has 6 finalists for the coveted role of Peter Parker.
6?
They are 6. 6 finalists. They flew him to Atlanta to do screen tests for Captain America Civil War, actually.
And that is the set of Captain America Civil War.
Yes, the set.
Oh,
so,
wow. So they're like, okay, whoever wins this is you're going to start tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Yep.
yeah, exactly.
Wow. Okay.
So they are, as we've reported before, frontrunner Asa Butterfield, Matthew Lintz, Tom Holland, Judah Lewis, Charlie Plummer, and Charlie Rowe. As expected, all the actors are young and look like they were just hatched a few days ago. Personally, for me, I can't get behind this super young Peter Parker. And that's just me. I'm not saying it's a wrong choice. It might do very well, connect with younger audiences, sure. For me, though, I've looked at all the actors, and just the look, I guess, is throwing me off because I feel like I should be babysitting them or, teaching them about the birds and the bees or how to ride a bike or how to pull them up like a big boy. I don't know. That's me. I'm down on this. I'm being negative. I'm a negative Nancy on this one.
You can be a negative Nancy because, I'm going to take the Ray route. And I'm kind of like, okay, well, it can't be all that bad, but the baby face is kind of, I can understand where you kind of be like, really? Okay. All right.
Well, Matthew Lintz looks like a child.
A child
He's
of
like
a child.
14.
He's 14, but he looks like he's 7.
Yeah.
When I see when I was writing this, I was looking up the names, looking at some of their, bio pictures and whatnot, and I came upon Matthew Lintz, and I was like, oh, he's a little cherub. I have to put him in a basket and carry him to my grandmother's house. I don't know. I don't know.
Unfortunately, looking at that list, Butterfield was the one I was like, well, I hope you do get it. After looking at all those other kids, I was like, yeah, he's the less of 6 evils. 5
Well,
evils.
Tom Holland looks a little bit older. Like, he looks like he's in that 15 to maybe 17 range.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this, if we're going purely off looks, I mean, I'm going to be completely honest. I would take Tom Holland, or I'm even going to, and this is really hard for me to say because I was really down on him when it was rumored a couple weeks ago that he had won the role. Asa Butterfield, I'm almost going to have to say, is going to be the lesser of the evils on that.
Yep.
I'm on board with I'm kind of between you two. I'm on board with a young Peter Parker. I'm not on board with a teenage actor playing him. I'm not sure if that makes sense or not.
No,
but
it does.
I just think I understand Marvel. Marvel is definitely having a little bit of a say in this. They want whoever plays Spider-Man. This is going to be Spider-Man for the next decade, easily. This will be Peter Parker for the next decade. They want him to grow into the role and this and that. But Spider-Man is such an important, iconic character. You have to be very careful with it, and I just don't think that some of these kids, I mean, the oldest I think we have is like 16 or 17, I don't think they understand the gravity of this yet.
I don't think they understand puberty either, because once those kids hit it, it's going to be like, well, what happened to you?
They are going they'll be in the limelight for the next decade of their lives. They will be the cornerstone of Marvel.
I mean, even if they, they really hit puberty and they start to look older, or their voices, get a little deeper, that's just going to go along with the storyline of Spider-Man anyway. They can advance the storyline as many years as they want. That's not that big of a deal. I think for me, we're getting to that point. It's coming soon, all right? I think we all see it. It's actually in the sights now of superhero movie fatigue. And I think going with a 10-year plan for Spider-Man is, at this point in the game, is a very big, like, what are you doing? Maybe 5 years, plan them out to Inhumans, see where we're at, go from there.
And if it's not doing well, do Miles Morales at that point.
Yeah, switch it up, exactly. I don't know. These guys could be good in the roles. I think for me that it's so young. You know what I mean? That's so young.
And they're again like there's so many expectations because whoever gets this is going to go straight from filming Civil War immediately into filming Spider-Man, most likely.
Well, Spider-Man's not supposed to be up to what, 2017?
2017, but I mean they start filming these a little over a year out. I mean, Captain America started filming in April for a May 2016 release, and pre-production was going on long before that. Table reads were. I mean, this kid has to understand that if they get this, they're not only signing up for Civil War, they've got Spider-Man, then they've most likely got the parts of Infinity War, which they've already said will be filming by next fall in a 9-month shoot, and then whatever Sony's got planned for Spider-Man after that. So
Sure.
I just think it's too much that they're on somebody that young. That's all. That's my only thing.
Okay. Locks them down. Hey, before we move on, would you guys say that these guys are Spider-Man's Sinister Six?
Moving on.
According to Willa Holland, the illustrious Thea Queen, there were plans for Harley Quinn on Arrow, but DC WB execs told them to shut it down because of her involvement in the David Ayer Suicide Squad. We've reported on stuff like this before, especially, in the case of
Deadshot.
Deadshot, exactly. Crappy. Really crappy. I would have loved to have seen Harley Quinn play in the Arrow world. Would have loved it. She would have fit perfectly.
Yeah, I'm a little down on that just because I'm not a Harley Quinn fan, but I do think she would have brought something to the world. I think she would have fit in just fantastically. And the world already borrows so heavily from the darkness that we saw in the Dark Knight trilogy that I think she would have fit in. But
it's definitely it's not as dark. It definitely has that
No. I understand
room,
that.
that wiggle room for a character that's as nutsy and as cartoony as Harley Quinn to really play around with and still be believable.
Yeah, they're definitely upsetting. Even though it's just a little tidbit, that is a little upsetting.
No.
Raymond.
Ray's just shaking his head like, I got nothing. You got nothing to say. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Fair enough.
Okay. More news on the DC film front as rumors are swirling that heavyweight nemesis Doomsday will be appearing in Batman vs. Superman.
I'm
Some
done.
rumors
I'm done.
even state
Nope, I'm
that
done.
Callan Mulvey might be the titular villain. And Ray is done.
DC, Warner Brothers. I
It's a
implore
rumor.
you.
It's a rumor. It's just a rumor.
Stop. Like that. Doomsday is too much at that point to put in. You've already got Batman versus Superman, which is presumably probably going to be the halfway point of the movie, is them fighting. You will have Lex Luthor in it, and if Lex Luthor is not developed in this film, he will not be strongly utilized in almost any other film. I will guarantee you that.
Exactly.
This is Lex's place to shine, is this movie. I've said it before, Jesse Eisenberg is one of the few things that gives me hope for this movie. I think he'll be fantastic. You cannot shoehorn Doomsday in. Save Doomsday for Justice League. Have him in a cameo in a post-credit scene or something, like Thanos. Have him something like that. Don't make him a full part. And then regarding the casting, Callan Mulvey isn't a bad actor, but I don't know how I feel about him being Doomsday.
Well, they will probably definitely utilize CGI.
Well, and I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like the voice and things like that. I don't. It's like any other casting. It's really hard. This is really hard to wrap my head around.
Yeah.
Right?
Mr. Apollo?
I should be really excited about this movie. Just flat out, I should be really excited about this. It's freaking Superman, and it's freaking Batman, and it's freaking Wonder Woman, and it's freaking Cyclops, and freaking everybody, and
Cyclops?
Professor X, and the rest of the Justice League. But no.
It's just in James McAvoy has now joined the cast.
Yeah, right.
I really don't understand why they feel like they have to try and jam so much into this movie in hopes that, it'll please people. Or that, some execs' money is, worth their while. I don't know what's happening there. But why? Just take one story and tell it. Don't try and tell 6 of the stories that we all know at one time. It's never good. I mean, I am really kind of putting this up into Spider-Man 3 territory, and I know that movie doesn't exist, but still, is getting there because that movie was like 3 movies in one movie, and it turned out bad, even though it doesn't exist. So I don't know. I'm really in this weird limbo with this movie now. At one point, I was excited, and then it was like, okay, now I'm really not excited.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, well, I don't know how to feel.
Well, I think we really need to stress that this is a rumor. There has been absolutely no sort of confirmation about this.
This is something I want to go into the movie and be surprised if I see.
This is something that I don't think should be in the movie.
I mean, I don't mean it as in I want this. I mean it as in I don't want to hear anything else about it. I would like to go in and it just be in the movie and not have been leaked. Regarding what Ray said about Spider-Man 3, something else that calls to mind is when Venom was so heavily rumored and we didn't see it. We're like, oh man, no Venom. And then, like 6 months before the movie came out, all of a sudden a GIF of Venom came on the internet, and we saw that first transformation of Eddie Brock into Venom. And I just remember, I was probably about 16 or so. It felt like my heart had been ripped out because I wanted Venom so badly, and from that moment I knew it just wasn't going to be good. It wasn't going to be done justice. This is kind of what that feels like. Like, I don't want any more talk about Doomsday. I don't want to see Doomsday. I just want to go in, and I'd like to be surprised. For better or worse.
As a huge Superman fan.
You should have.
I am a huge Superman fan.
I know, Jubilee. It's fine.
I'm gonna stab you in the neck with a chicken bone attached to a pizza.
Too boneless.
Flare, flare, firework, firework.
Anyway, as a huge Superman fan, I think what you have with this movie from the trailer, and really trying what it looks like it's doing is exploring Superman being on Earth and the whole, societal problem with accepting a being from another planet who's so powerful is a great thing. You want to do Batman versus Superman and actually have that fight? Cool, do it. You have Lex Luthor, who's the classic Superman villain. Awesome. Doomsday added into that isn't just too much. It's why even have the other stuff then? Like, it just doesn't make sense. One thought that came to my mind is if he does show up in the movie, is this part of the rushed production that WB and DC are doing so that they can get to Justice League as fast as possible? Which means that if you throw away Doomsday as one of those like little throwaway characters, as a fan, I would be upset. If he's going to be the main villain for Justice League, the first part, okay. But are we going to do Death of Superman? Is that going to happen at the end of it? Like,
I don't know. See, because I guess the reason why I was so upset is because my childhood, that was the first big book that I read. Was like that was the one where I was like, oh wow, this is. I remember talking with this old black guy. He was like, "You think you know comic books, kid?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "Well, Dad, you're gonna read this." So he gave me this huge, Death of Superman book because I love Superman. He was like, "Oh, I read that." And I was like, "Holy crap!" It was amazing to me. And for them to kind of just kind of went off. No, Doomsday. Okay, he's there, and then he's not by. That I don't like it.
Yeah, and then the other thing that kind of bugs me is that this might be the first opportunity we get to see a true dyed-in-the-wool Darkseid in Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that you should remove that from the equation to do Doomsday. Doomsday to me it's not as, I don't know, man. He might have killed Superman, but he's not as menacing as Darkseid, I guess. Like
Darkseid is like he's one of the quintessential DC villains.
Yeah.
Not just DC. I would go so far to say comics villains. I mean, Thanos is imposing, but Darkseid is legitimately like, man, I would give anything to see him done correctly on the screen.
The other thing, though, that actually just kind of came to mind about why they might not do Darkseid is Darkseid resembles Thanos.
Yes.
A lot. So Doomsday actually might be it. There we go. I just figured the puzzle out. That $35,000 pyramid. I did it. It was me. It was us.
Done.
Showcase Showdown.
Showcase Showdown has been figured out. Anyway, recent set photos have shown a pre-mutation Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yay!
Characters will be played by Gary Anthony Williams in WWE's Sheamus.
Perfect.
Actually, yeah, the photos look really good of the characters. What's really funny is it looks like the film just isn't really even paying attention to the fact that there was a first film, and they're just doing whatever the hell they want.
I'm okay with that. It's like I think it'll be like mentioned just in the fact that they fought the Shredder, and that's about it.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's what this is about.
Yeah. Oh my God, you shut up, Josh.
I know next to nothing about Ninja Turtles.
Oh, really?
I remember the live action movies from when I was younger, and that's it. That's all I know, and even those I don't remember that well. I refuse to see the one that Michael Bay did last year.
You should see it, please, for me. I will watch one movie of your choice. You get one. And
Ray,
you have to watch
time out in the podcast. You always say that, and you now owe us I don't know, 7 movies?
Well, I've never asked for anything in return before, so it's different now.
I watched Naruto for you. No.
But you love Naruto.
I watched anime for you.
So what?
But you love it.
156 episodes that I watched just for you. You can watch 3 damn movies for me.
Well, you have to write those down and send it to me.
I did an anime episode for you and looked like an idiot.
No, you didn't. You have to do a recap, and then you look like an idiot. It'll be fine.
Exactly.
But yeah, I'm really excited about this. Like those two castings, I think are perfect. Like they look great, and And like you said, yeah, they just kind of like, all right, the first movie happened, let's do better, which I'm very happy about because the movie had potential to be fantastic, and this one looks like it's going to live up to that potential.
I think it's going to be like goofier, like the '80s cartoon.
Exactly, and that's why I'm like, that's the heart and soul of the Ninja Turtles. They're Ninja Turtles for crying out loud.
All right. Well, one of my favorite directors as of lately, True Detective director Cary Fukunaga, has reportedly dropped out of the remake of It due to the tepid opening of the Poltergeist remake. Rumors have it that New Line Cinema didn't even know they were still around. To tell you the truth, I thought they were a debunk company. Anyway, refused to give him a larger budget, which he felt hamstrung the production, and also that New Line got cold feet because of, Poltergeist. This is a shame since Fukunaga wanted to do 2 films, one highlighting the childhood of the Derry crew, and one when they came back as adults. I don't know if either one of you read it or watched the miniseries on TV.
I did.
Come on. No.
Well, right, yeah, of course. Scary clowns isn't Ray's forte.
I was scarred by this as a child. I remember seeing the movie as a child, and it terrified me. It is why to this day I am still afraid of clowns. But losing Cary Fukunaga off anything is devastating.
Well, I like his idea about breaking it up into 2 films, kind of like the miniseries was, just with a movie budget, because the book really is. If any of you guys have ever read it, the book really is 2 books. It's the childhood and then the adult when they come back to really face Pennywise the clown. They didn't say anything about whether or not they were going to rewrite the ending for it, which would have been amazing because the ending in the book is terrible. I'm not going to ruin it for anybody if they want to read it or anything like that. But Ray.
Yes.
That's going to be one of the movies I'm going to make you watch.
Don't do that. I will fight you so hard. I would literally purchase a plane ticket just to fight you.
Oh, good. Then I'll get to see you, too, and we can hug. Rooster Teeth is spreading the rumor that Microsoft is trying to purchase Konami's Silent Hills game to make it an Xbox One exclusive. The price? In the billions. But over the week, the rumor has since been debunked by Xbox head Phil Spencer. He tweeted out that it wasn't true and he didn't want to mislead anyone. Do we think it is true?
They just spent a few billion on Minecraft. I don't know if they actually even have the money if it was even remotely true.
Josh?
I think parts of the... Here's the only thing that raised a red flag for me. The fact that the word billions was used, and there were some absurd claims that went along with this. The only way I see this even being remote... It was reported at like a $1.2 billion deal. It's if you got Silent Hills, like the IP forever.
Yeah.
If you got Kojima himself, like to come on board to work at Microsoft.
I hear he's free, so it's okay.
Or if when and if this happened, one Del Toro and Reedus stayed on board with it also, but that the Fox engine came along with it. That's the only way I could see this happening.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That thing is too gorgeous to be put to waste like it's about to. So I do think there are backdoor deals going on to save Silent Hills. There was so much hype around that after PT came out, and as someone who played PT and has it on my PS4 still, did not delete it, thank God. It is a legitimately terrifying experience, and I would love to play a full game of that. I don't think Microsoft will come out with it, though. I think if it goes to anybody, Sony will buy it.
I don't think Sony will.
I think they will shell out the cash to make it happen. But I don't think anybody's going to actually purchase it. It's too high value of an IP.
I don't think the Silent Hill IP itself is. I think the idea behind Silent Hills, the new game, is what people would want to buy, because that franchise has been dead for like a decade.
But that's why it's so valuable right now. It's because it got revived with PT. And PT did so well that I could see why it would be worth that much money now. I mean, you know me, I'm not really that's not my thing. But from everybody that I talked to that loves this stuff and was hype about that, loved PT. I heard tons of people say best horror thing I've touched or seen in years, blah 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 blah. So obviously it did what it intended to do. It's sad that it ended up the way it did because people were so excited about that. So it's valuable and it looks like it would retain that value. So
I don't think Sony would bust out the money to even do the game.
You don't think so?
I don't. One, because Sony, the only profitable thing about Sony as a company right now is PlayStation. They don't, I don't think, have the overhead cash to really throw around like that on just one game. They would want to get a studio out of it, and for a cheap price. Konami, I don't think, would play that way. Microsoft has shown in the past that it is willing to fork over money, hand over fist for things. And you guys brought up Minecraft. They own Minecraft, yes, but Minecraft is still on Sony PlayStation. So every time somebody makes a purchase in Minecraft on Sony, Microsoft is getting some money at the same time.
Yeah.
That's why that was such a brilliant purchase. So when it comes to this, I could see it happening. I could see them buying the IP and keeping it in-house, and trying to finish what they already have with this. And if it comes to Microsoft, you will see a huge explosion on the internet, which I really hope it's audible, the amount of heads popping.
I guess there would be some people who would be upset, but I'm still in that wheelhouse that if in this generation you don't own all three or have even considered owning all three, you're doing yourself a disservice.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's something we all agree on. Even I'm interested in playing Splatoon.
Which you should be, because it's fantastic.
I'm not, but that's a completely different story.
You got a little bit too much ink in your history, huh?
Well, no,
there's other things that interest me.
when Josh wakes up, as a person who believes in a higher power, he kneels next to his bed and he goes, "Dear Lord of the Meh, is today the day that I finally find true happiness?" And he waits, and he waits, and then he goes, "Meh," and he goes on about his day.
I don't know how to respond to
That may
that.
have been the second best thing to ever come out of this show besides
Yeah, right.
Frank
Lord
Castle,
of the Meh.
Silver Surfer. Oh, God.
That is, we need.
I'm afraid of Joe Tortellini.
Joe Tortellini, Lord of the Meh.
Oh, God. That was great.
For the last bit of news, this is actually something that truly does excite me. The super popular MMO, Final Fantasy XIV, which Kiku was addicted to for about 8 months, which resulted in a 24-day span where he didn't shower.
I'm sorry,
only ate
Mariah.
Hot Pockets.
Mariah, I'm so sorry.
She actually left me because of this game. It was partly because of that. It's a true story.
Oh,
May one day have the even more super addictive game, Blitzball. Blitzball originated in Final Fantasy X and quickly became one of the best aspects of the game. Has been tossed around by producers of 14 as a possible addition in future patches. I promised, and as I said, it's true, I promised Mariah I would never play Final Fantasy XIV again. If Blitzball comes in and it is competitive, I will go out and buy that effing game, and I will risk marrying this woman.
You're
I will
engaged
risk
now.
it.
It's kind of, you've got like the secondary seal unlocked for the jutsu. It's too late for her now.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's too late.
Oh, no, she'll run.
No, it's too
She'll
late.
run.
But speaking of that, I told Dan, as we know him, Daniel Wilkins. We joked about this a long time ago. I was like, if Blitzball ever came to that freaking game, I would play it. And I really hate them for having this happen. I really hate them for doing that.
Look, man, if I didn't get too overboard with it, 14 is actually a really great MMO. I met a lot of really great people playing it. I knew some of the Facebook group members themselves. A bunch of them have started playing it, or they've been playing it, and they love it to death. And really, the producers of Final Fantasy XIV constantly give you great content. Even when I stopped playing, I think I stopped playing around patch 2.3. There's so much stuff they were coming out with, and they made it a lot of fun. And they're doing things like this to give you other opportunities to play other things within that world, and it's really great. I think it's a really great thing. Josh has no idea what we're talking about. To him, Blitzball is something the Germans did to the Jews.
Oh yeah, boy, oh boy, it's called a blitzkrieg.
Oh, whatever. Blitzball. You
Same
figure
difference, right?
I should know this because I'm Jewish, but whatever.
You are?
Yeah, my mommy is Jewish.
I never knew this.
Yep,
Well,
I've
then.
got that blood in me. You can't look at me. Look at me on camera. Look at this.
I'll take it all back.
Fair
I'll
enough.
take it all back. So anyway, we're approaching that infamous part of the show.
Oh, is it that time again? Josh, what
Josh,
time is it?
what's up, is it, Josh?
It's I think it's time for the topic of the week.
Topic of the
week.
Topic of the week this week. Me and Ray were talking about this.
Yeah.
And topic of the week this week is excitement burning out too fast over things. Are we hopping from one thing to the next, completely burning out on it, losing focus, losing excitement? Ray wanted to say, are we getting too old? But let's be honest, even younger, we are. I mean, that's true. But even younger people like Josh, who are young in age but old in body,
Poor Josh.
are losing their excitement, quicker and quicker. Ray, why don't you start off? Because this was your idea for topic of the week.
Well, pretty much it's just, I know there was a time where literally almost, well, and
literally?
Literally? Yeah, literally, that
what enunciation you have.
Didn't matter what it was, I was excited because it was that thing that I liked. And I didn't care what anybody said about it, I liked it because that was that thing. But I've read a lot, I've talked about a lot of stuff, and I know a lot of stuff now. And now we get stuff and I'm just like, no. Why? I don't want it. And so I question it. And it's because I don't have that blind faith and blind love that I used to for these things. And yeah, do I want to blame it on just being too excited too fast or too much information, What does that? And I want to say it's a mixture of both, but I don't know. Am I just getting boring because I've seen so much of the same stuff? I don't know I don't know how to feel.
I don't know how to feel. I kind of can relate to that. I know for me, when I was really heavily gaming, I always felt really excited when the game launched, and then I'd play it and beat it, and it wasn't like I would go back to do anything, and I still wanted to play it. My excitement was done. I wanted to move on to the next thing. And it's getting that way for movies for me. Like, we saw Age of Ultron, we're really excited that we saw it, and then we're done, moving on to the next thing.
Pretty much.
And it just seems like, is it too much content's coming out nowadays? Like, we just have too many things, and not all of it's quality. I can tell you that right now. Not all of it is quality.
Arrow Season 3.
Yeah, oh.
Excuse me.
Wait, I've got something to kind of throw on that. For me personally, I think it's just the amount of subpar content that's coming out that really takes away my enthusiasm. Because you mentioned Age of Ultron, I got so excited for it. I'm still riding that high. I'm still excited over what I saw a month ago today. I saw it. It doesn't even feel like it's been a month, but that was so much fun, and I'm hyping up Star Wars Episode 7 so much. But then. I'll tell you a very recent example, something I was hyped up for, and then it ended up being just so disappointing for me personally, was Tomorrowland. And it brought me back to the days when I used to be a huge gamer also. I stopped gaming, actually, because everything I played just was disappointing, didn't live up to my expectations, didn't live up to what I wanted, stopped reading comics for a while. I stopped doing a lot of stuff. My early years of college, just because nothing satisfied me. I'm a Halo super fan, and I drifted away from Halo. I didn't touch Reach until almost a year after its release. Halo 4, I didn't even order. I walked into a Walmart the day it was out. I was like, oh, I guess I'll get this. But it's just, I think of all the good content I've gotten. Like, The Last of Us was amazing. I loved Age of Ultron. I loved Mad Max Fury Road. I'm loving Secret Wars. Then I think about everything that's disappointed me also that I was really hyped up for. And I don't know, it's really hard to put things in perspective now. It's just the amount of subpar content is what ruins a lot.
So you don't think that it's just an overwhelming amount of just content in general? Because I know, like, as soon as I was done watching Age of Ultron, my excitement shifted to, like, Mad Max. And then once I'm done with Mad Max, it shifts to Tomorrowland. And then once Tomorrowland's done, it shifts right to Fantastic Four.
No, I'm a little weird. I have this...
We know that.
I have this strange ability, like, I'll stay hyped for things years after they come out. It's why I keep going back to Star Wars. I even watch the prequels regularly. I watch all 6 of them on a regular basis. I watch the Lord of the Rings on a regular basis. Inception came out 5 years ago. I still get just as excited watching the first time that Leonardo DiCaprio was explaining the dream concept to Ellen Page. I get the chills on my arms still watching that scene. I have this thing where I get excited like I'm seeing it for the first time again, like I'm reading a good book again for the first time. That doesn't go away from me if it genuinely thrilled me the first time. Over time, of course, there's some things that'll fade away, or like I'll walk out and be like, oh, that was cool, and then I'll just forget about it. But if it really made an impression on me, I will always be as excited as the first time I played it, or saw it, or whatever.
I envy you on that. Truly, I do.
You know, I had this discussion with my wife a while back, and it's because I was worried if I was becoming an asshole. And
I can answer that for you right now. Yes.
You shut up.
Anyway,
Anyway, it's because but then I realized no, I'm not. It's just I value my time a lot more now than I ever have before, and that's because we have so much more to do, and when we get into things that we don't feel like were worth the time that we invested in them, that's when the excitement plummets. And it's because our time is so valuable. I only have so much time to, play and watch and read so many things in, a short amount of time to feel kind of like satisfied and, happy about them. So if I get into something and then it's just this complete letdown, well, why'd I waste my time on this? And that's like the worst feeling in the world to me, is that I wasted my time on something. So that's kind of like an additional, piece to, why we're feeling the way we do about some of these things now.
And also the age-old phrase, time is money.
Mm-hmm.
I've become very selective. I think that's part of why I don't get let down as much. I've told you guys before, we joke that I'm really cheap, and Chelsea teases me about it all the time, that I'm fairly cheap. But the truth is, I'll look at her, and if we think that a movie looks kind of so-so, we'll be like, well, we're doing it on video on demand, or we'll do it on Redbox. Like, I have a thing where I will not pay money to see a movie that I think looks subpar. I will not spend my time on a TV show that looks subpar, Gotham being my one exception, which I insanely regret sitting through 22 episodes of. I don't like to waste my time with anything that doesn't look remotely interesting, or even if everybody in the world has recommended it to me, if I personally don't think it's worth my time, I'm not even going to touch it. I have missed out on some fantastic games because of it. I have missed out on several comic arcs, TV shows, movies even, that I just refuse to spend my time with because I don't think they're worth it.
And I'm here to tell you that that's okay. That's completely okay.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Because I'll just disregard some things. Like, I know y'all are excited to see a Fantastic Four. I could not care less. I could not care less about there being a 4th Jurassic Park. I will go see that because my girlfriend wants to see it very badly, but I don't care about a lot of things these days. Like, I want to see my Avengers. I want to see my Star Wars, my James Bonds. I want to see them. Then I want to see movies that look original. That's why I was so willing to support Tomorrowland. So I was willing to support, Mad Max Fury Road. And all of these others. That's why I would support The Witcher 3. It's
171 hours.
Oh my god, you have a problem. But it's like I have my set things that will always get me excited, and then I have other things that, yeah, they might excite me, but it's not really worth my time or my money. That's why I haven't invested into a Wii U. It's why it took forever to invest into a PlayStation 4. It's why it took forever to invest into a Vita. It's like, those things interest me, but not to the point where I feel like I have to do this because I'm missing out. I got a PS4 to play The Last of Us, and I haven't regretted it. I got to play Bloodborne, have not regretted it. But
those were 2 really good choices.
I keep slapping my hand every time I see a Wii U on sale because I want to get it, but then I'm like, I'd play this for 3 things, and I can't justify the price. That's all.
You can, because see, when you're done with those 3 things, you just send it to me, bro.
But yeah, I completely understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
And I mean, that's, like I said, that's completely okay. I mean, that's just literally the way it is. What you deem valuable of your time is what's important. And yeah, sometimes it's okay to kind of go out on a limb of faith and trust the people that you talk to, and sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. But hey, I mean, that's just kind of the way it is.
I know my personal excitement's also been killed. Like specifically for gaming, I think right now I've logged 300 games played, not all the way through, but have tried them or played all the way through from the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One. That's a lot of games that I've played. And when I get to other games or when I hear about other games and people are getting all excited about it, a lot of them I'll look at and I'm like, I've done that before. Yeah, it's a semi-different setting, but I've killed dragons. I've raided, a space freighter. I've gone and fought zombies. There's not a lot of stuff that really, makes me go, ooh, oh, ooh.
Who would rift?
But even in movies, it's the same thing. Even Age of Ultron, right? Awed me for a little bit, but towards the end, I was kind of like, okay, well, I've seen everything. I've seen this before. And maybe that's just because I consume too much media across all boards, television, movies, video games, books, comic books, anime. So I'm picking up something from somewhere, I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that. It's just I just sometimes I get really confused. Well, I wouldn't even say confused. I guess I get concerned because I feel like I should be excited about these things, but then I'm not when they come around. And that's why I asked that question. It's because, well, is it just me or is it the content? And I think it's a little bit of both. Yeah, you guys are right. Like if it's not something that's high production, high value, I don't want to waste my time.
I think, well, it doesn't even have to be high production, high value, but I think it has to be quality.
Yeah.
And quality doesn't mean, high production, high, whatever. Quality is just quality. It has to be good. It has to make you feel a certain way, when you see it or, have some faith or trust in it. I'm not, even myself, who's notorious for blowing money on the dumbest things that you'll ever see. I've become probably in the last year, very hesitant on purchasing things, or going to see things or getting into things. Video game wise, as you guys know, I still have yet to play a next gen game since my birthday last year, almost a year. I actually haven't plugged anything into the new house yet, but I'm about to probably jump back on Final Fantasy 12 because it's quality. It's a quality game. The games that have come out, I look at them and I'm like, I know I've already done it, even if this is a different main character or a slightly different story, but I've done it. I don't need to do it again, or I can get to it. It's not important that I do this right now.
See, yeah, and that's the the whole what do you deem important? Because I'm gonna say that I'm probably still the most avid gamer among us, and I play all these games because that's still my main staple of entertainment.
Sure.
And some of them are good, some of them are okay, but I play them because it's not just because it's there, but it's because I enjoy them. And it's nice to get back to that and be like, yeah, I like this, and this is why I keep putting my time and my money into it.
I mean, I'll tell you right now with how I am. I mean, gaming is probably the thing that, out of my main loves, I mean, gaming, comics, film, and TV.
Sour cream.
Gaming and comics, I mean, I've really let them take a backseat because as much as I love reading comics, Ray and I have discussed this, I think $4 is way too steep of a price to pay for a comic, especially when there's multiple titles you want to read and they all tie together. Like Secret Wars is killing my wallet right now. I spend easily $15 a week, if not more. I like the collected editions better, so I like to wait and buy them when they come out. I'll order them, from my comic shop or off Amazon or something like that. But gaming, I mean, the last game I probably bought with my own money, I'm going to have to say was Sunset Overdrive last year.
And to be clear, when Josh has his own money, he does rob little old women in the suburbs of Dallas. Ray's face is perfect.
Okay.
I mean, like Chelsea got me Dragon Age for Valentine's Day, and I barely dove into that because when I started playing it, I played the first couple hours, and I was like, man, this is not that this isn't good. It's I feel like I have done this before, but at the same time, you're talking. This is coming from somebody who likes to play a lot of first-person shooters. I literally play the same game every single year with a different skin and a different name. I'm the one who's still playing Destiny almost a year after release. Like,
It's not just you. There's a lot of people. a lot of people.
But I mean, and again, that's where the whole like time. How do you value your time and your money comes into play? I feel like that's the best $60 I have spent on a game in years. Honestly, since Skyrim was when I spent $60 on Destiny, because I've played it so much with my friends. We've done the expansions, we run the raids, we run the arenas, we run the PvP every single week. We play this avidly with a group of 6 people, and it's so much fun. Like that's how we are able to spend time together, even though we all live around the nation now. But I don't play a ton of games anymore. I can tell you on one hand the amount of games I will actually fork out for this year, and I don't even know if I'll buy them at full price. I'll probably wait till they go on sale.
I can't do that. I don't know why, but I can't.
And see, I can't do that with movies. Like, if a movie comes out that I really, really liked, I'll find time to fork out for it. Movies are my form of entertainment. Mm-hmm. Even TV shows aren't, but film is. Like, that is my thing. You can look behind me. That shelf right there, I have probably, if you were including box sets, I have probably over 150 movies on that shelf.
Oh, my goodness.
Half price books, baby.
Yeah, that's my Steam library. I don't even want to show people that. That list is embarrassing. Probably some things I'll never even play, and I hate to say that, but it's true.
And that's the way I got with gaming. I was just buying so many things I wasn't playing. That's how I am with movies. I get things I don't watch, and it eventually becomes a conscious waste of my time and my money.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how I am with my Pop toys.
Those are all still in the box.
That is true. Most of them are. Most of them are. Mister, I have 150 movies. I got 260 Pop. You can kiss my right cheek, buddy. You want to know why? You know what? I'm going to put this out there, though. You want to know why I'm not playing video games like right now, like in this time of my life?
Because we're podcasting right
now. Because Ray made me watch Naruto, and now I cannot stop. I even bought the first damn season of Shippuden so that when I finish, which I'm very close to the original series, I can just jump right into it. Don't have to watch it on Hulu with the damn, I have autism commercials.
Oh my God, yes, I hate Hulu and the commercials. Like, I didn't know. Okay, so just an aside. So we were watching Hulu the other day, and I got really pissed off because there was, it usually queues up 2 commercials. Sure. No, it queued up 4 commercials.
Yeah.
And so I got on Twitter and I tweeted at Hulu. I was like, listen here, Hulu, fix your damn thing so I can either pay to not have commercials or pick the commercials that come on before. And then they tweeted me back today, and they were like, hey, yeah, we haven't not said that's not going to happen with, the paid service model, so don't hate us, all right? I was like, you mothers.
Just to take a step back on what I said, I don't hate autism or people who have it. Just when I'm watching a cartoon, I don't want a commercial about that stuff to come on because it makes me feel like a terrible human being for even not being able to donate money at that time.
Yep, it's like I'm giving Hulu $7 when I could be giving it to you. Thanks for making me feel like a jerk.
Yep. Pretty much.
So yeah, back to Naruto. Had you not wasted your life before and not watched it when everybody else was watching it, you wouldn't have this problem.
I was wasting my life watching other things, Ray, as you damn well know that I watch some things.
I do know.
You do know.
But it's great, and you know it, and you love it, and I'm really happy that you like it.
I even bought a very expensive toy and displayed it for you.
And it's gorgeous. I love it.
All right. But I guess, excitement. I get excited for Pop toys, and I do actually. I get really stoked and excited.
It's not that we're getting less excited.
That rabbit hole.
Oh God! Look what you've done.
Mm.
You dragged Josh right down there with you.
Both of you, because I have. As we know, you guys are excited for the gift boxes I'm sending you too. So.
Yes, I am.
But really, let's wrap this up. And I know one thing that all 3 of us are excited for, and that is this podcast every week. Finally, you said it, God.
You said one thing that we're all excited for.
Static Shock.
Still static. Oh, everybody go watch the fan film. Electrogenesis, I think is what it's called. If not, I'm going to post it.
We're not even up to shout-outs yet. And
my bad.
You're already...
My bad. Everybody go watch it anyway. I'll quote it again when we get to that point. Anyway, sorry, continue.
Jaden Smith is Static Shock.
I hate.
Jubilee is a beloved X-Men.
You can't even say that with a straight face.
Making me throw my microphone on the floor and stuff.
But, all right. So, excitement. Guys, give us your thoughts. Let us know if you're still as excited as you used to be about things. We'd love to hear from you. Call in, long-time listener, first-time caller. But we're going to end Neek the podcast.
Yes, indefinitely. It's over.
It is over. Go. We're not even going to do the episode 20 giveaway because we're not getting to episode 20.
Josh's face was like, wait, nobody told me.
I mean, I got to do this by myself? I don't even know how to write a skit.
David Tennant in the rain.
Yeah.
Wait, that makes me really sad.
That's what my heart feels like right now.
So, little news, episode 20, as you guys know, we posted in the Facebook group, Twitter, and Instagram. Will be another giveaway. We've got some prizes out. I hope you guys enjoyed the announcement video. I would like to thank Mariah, Michael, Casey, Pat, my assistant.
Pat's my favorite. Pat can stay forever. I want Pat on the show.
Yeah, we will get Pat on the show. And then, of course, Cody, who came over to be the cameraman. We actually got that done in 20 minutes, believe it or not.
Wow, I'm proud of you. That's awesome. I love it.
Hopefully, I can get a better camera though instead of using my phone, so it looks a little more professional.
Did you just get a GoPro?
Yeah, but the GoPro doesn't. I guess it looks better.
Wrecked.
Right. I gotta find it.
Cameraman wrecked.
Yeah. Okay. You look like a defunct Grizzly Adams, and I hate you.
My beard is glorious.
You look unwashed.
You want to live there, Kiku. Don't give me that.
And like you sleep with a deer.
It's my thinking beard.
I
look more sophisticated when I stroke it.
But guys, we are doing it. June 21st will be the giveaway. We still haven't figured out the time yet because I know some of our international listeners wanted to join the last time, and we didn't really set it up well. So those of you who do live overseas, remember we will. God, you were such an a-hole. Just remember to let us know when the best time for you on June 21st is, and we will try to work it out. We will ship overseas. Do not worry about that. Elijah Steele, our last giveaway winner, will be the quiz master.
So he can't win again. That's the ticker. You can't win again.
Well, I mean, if you won a prize last time, you obviously can win a prize this time, but you obviously can't be a guest on the show. Mm-hmm. And Elijah was, grand enough of himself to say that was okay, and he wanted to do that. So thank you, Elijah, as well. Other than that, I have no shout-outs. Anybody? Static Shock fan film again.
Yes, go watch the Static fan film. It's great. It's a little sad, but it's great. Go watch it. I'll post it everywhere. Just ask me about it, and I'll give it to you. I promise.
Jaden Smith. Josh, any shout-outs?
Nope, absolutely none.
Absolutely none?
Absolutely none. I'm always the boring one. I don't have shout-outs. I don't do shout-outs.
You don't want to shout-out to the Joe Tortellini, Lord of the Meh?
Joe Tortellini hears my cries every morning.
I just one episode I want Josh to say something really meh and just go like this. Joe Tortellini.
I want somebody to draw Joe Tortellini as the Meh God.
Lord of the Meh.
Episode 20 it'll happen, I guarantee you.
Please, I want somebody to draw. I want that to be our first piece of fan art.
My art is horrendous, so it's coming.
Actually, Tanya, I believe her last name is Arce. I knew her as Tanya Claudio in high school. She is actually an artist. So
hey, Tanya, let's make something happen, please.
And sexual harassment.
No, not. Talk to everybody, including you.
Yeah, but that's sexual harassment, and I'm down for that. So with that, we're gonna wrap up the show, guys. Thank you for listening. We were terrible this week. We know.
It's all because Kiku came back, but we're glad to have him back.
Kiku came back.
That makes me sound
like I am that store across the street from Costco going, our prices are lower, but the pizza isn't as good.
That's exactly what Trademark. Copyrighted.
Wait, so your pizza doesn't have a Nile River of grease?
No, we have on our pizza chicken wings on top of it.
Oh, so Ray likes it.
That's where Ray
I
shops.
shop there weekly. Yeah.
It's also called Sam's Club.
All right, guys. Everybody, thank you for listening. You have a good night, and as always, keep it nerdy.